He's gonna do something crazy at the end of the game that's gonna make us like him.
Yeah, right. He'll be like, oh, maybe he's not too bad.
When I like betray you when you go to jump. Oh, what
Oh
the
my god!
fuck? What
Oh shit! Wait, go, go, go! Move! Oh!
the So we just finished the full playthrough of Reanimal, just Taser Studios' new game. It's a new horror game. It's following in the footsteps of their old game, Little Nightmares 1 and 2. This game shares a lot of similarities with Little Nightmares 1 and 2, but they do a lot to expand on their formula, and I think it has a lot of surprises. Honestly, for the price, it was $40, I believe. I would say this whole experience was pretty worth it. I don't really have any really big negatives to give it, or really any major criticisms. So we're just going to talk about what we liked about the game, and why we think it's worth buying.
Well, let me just also throw in the fact that even though it's like $40, if you get it on Steam, there is the Friends Pass that you can use. So for the co-op experience, you don't even need to have the other person buy the game themselves.
Yes, that's actually really huge. You basically just get a free copy to play with someone else. Because one thing about this game is, granted, I did not play it single player. We played it together the entire playthrough. I genuinely, I don't know how this game could possibly work if you don't play it with someone else.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be like an entirely different experience if you played it solo. Like having to use like the AI to navigate and sync up certain things just seems like something that it would probably have some type of issues. But playing with another player is, I feel like, its own experience in itself.
And it's not. We've seen this studio do these single player games like this before, where you're playing with another person. Like obviously, Little Nightmares 2, you're playing as mono. You have six with you the entire game. But in this game, so many of the story beats and emotional moments are tied to you being like playing with someone else physically there, or like over distance. That like I don't know if it works as well playing this game alone as it would when you're playing with someone else.
So, like, why are you still walking to the wall?
I'm. Let's go. Let's go.
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, fuck, we might actually.
Well,
Oh, you motherfucker! Oh, fuck! You got me. Why would you move?
anyway, just to touch on a few things that the game does especially well that I think we should point out. One of which is, if you play Little Nightmares 1 and 2, you know that this studio are experts of just atmosphere.
The thing about this game and what the developers do so well is in each different section or each environment set, each one has like its own kind of feel to it. And it's kind of crazy because every single area that we kind of went into, it was one of those like quick smacks into the face where we were just like, what are we about to run into now? Is there another war going on? Bro, no way there's a war going on in the background. These waves are kind of chopping up the movement of the boat. Oh my god, it's a fucking... What is going on?
What the hell?
I'm trying not to spoil too much for the game so you guys can kind of, you know, experience it yourself. But the one thing that I will say is just the audio in this game for when you're in these areas, like Jameer was saying, from the first Little Nightmares, for like the swaying and the little hints that kind of give you, hey, this is the type of area you're in. For this game, there's so many small like little cues and like little build-ups to each like end. What would you call it? Like an end boss or like...
Yeah, each final encounter or something like that.
Yeah, like a final encounter for like every section. Like there's small little hints and small little buildups for every single section. And all like it's just such an eerie environment that no matter where you go, there's no single second where you're feeling like, oh damn, like we're safe, like we made it out of there. Like we're just always waiting as to like what is gonna happen next.
The one thing that I think this game does well, much like the again Little Nightmares, they do a lot with visual storytelling here. The characters speak, but their dialogue is can be written on one page. Like it's more just like they meet a new person, they'll say like, how are you here, or something like that, and the game just kind of moves on and tells you everything else you need to know based on the visuals.
Back to where they, what was it, don't show Or don't tell, just show or whatever.
Show don't tell,
Show don't tell.
which is basically what we made the video on for Little Nightmares 2.
But I was gonna say they did the same exact thing here, where the only thing that they said was like probably a total of 5 to 6 words.
Exactly, but they told an entire story, more so than some games with full like written dialogue can tell. But anyway, this game does a really good job at certain points of like just with the environment and showing you how everything is in this world, how everything is structured, where it gets to the point where you're just like, how the hell are we even going to survive? Like, you're just looking at the world, like even more so than like Little Nightmares 1 and 2, where it kind of felt like you're kind of like running to this point of like you can escape, or like there's like kind of hope at the end of the tunnel. This one felt like utterly hopeless. Like, even if you guys escape your current situation, like where do you go? You travel to so many different biomes and so many places that it gives you the sense that like it's not only one area that's like this, but it's like the entire world is just like in this state of this like war and decay. It's really good at just conveying hopelessness and just like making you worried about what's going on, worried for these characters and what's going to happen to them. I think the gameplay and the level design also ties into that feeling, because a lot of this gameplay, as we said earlier, relies on 2 players. So they use it in some pretty unique ways. I don't really want to spoil it here, but they make you work together a lot in a lot of crazy ways that you haven't seen even in Little Nightmares 2 when you had 6. They do a lot with the fact that there's 2 people and like one person may have to go do something while the other person's like distracting someone. One person may have to like jump and get a monster's attention so the other person can hit them, or like there's so many ways that they do like the 2-player mechanic, or engage the 2 players into doing different tasks or doing things to help each other, that almost form a bond between you and your character and the 2 characters on screen that I think really help push the story forward.
Okay, kick the shit out of it.
All right, I got left. Let's go. Bro, we didn't even start.
I didn't even do anything. I just slid. Yeah, and I'll definitely say that when it comes to the co-op experience of this game, it honestly feels like that this game was designed like specifically for those shared moments with another person and not just like their single player co-op. Like while I said
Absolutely.
while it's possible, I feel like the actual design for it was meant to be played with somebody else to get the full experience. Back in those, you know, like the Dead Space 3 or 4 type days. I forgot which one was the co-op one.
Oh my god, we gotta do Dead Space videos. Yeah, we have to do Dead Space.
But overall, when it comes down to like that co-op experience, it really is like a truly like special experience to join up with a buddy and just go through this chaotic world. At the same time, while going through it is chaotic, it is eerie, and it is scary. But there's also some goofy moments that you can have with a buddy, like me sly tackling Jameer in every dangerous encounter that we had. Oh, I can't! Oh my god! She's a fucking professional soccer player, bro. Get out of here, boy! Fucking fouls for days.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Right. You know what game of the year? Oh shit. Ah. My leg.
All right.
Oh yeah. Let's continue. That's actually crazy though. I can't wait to get you killed. The entire co-op experience, whether you're out there, you know, solving puzzles, screwing around with each other, or just finding dumb ways to die, the entire co-op experience was just so unique in my opinion. If you're playing through this game and you want to get the full experience, the one thing that I will say about this game is there are so many little like details hidden in every corner. Also the fact that if you decide that you're gonna turn around and have that curiosity, the game does reward you for that curiosity. Like I said, whether it's the hats, whether it's like little posters or little other side things that you can find in regards to the story, but there are specific things that you can do to actually change the final outcome of your story in this game.
Yeah, that's actually a really good thing you brought up. That this game, they're really good about hiding their secrets. They make them just hidden enough where it's like it's not blatantly in your face, but it's also not like annoying that I have to go like out of my way, and it kind of like detracts from the game for you to find them. Like all of them are placed pretty well, in my opinion. where I think you could easily find them in like your first playthrough. Honestly, like we found like almost all of them in one playthrough. Like I could see someone definitely. We got a good amount of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a good amount, but we definitely missed a shit ton of the important small ones. But that's also because we were trying to.
Yeah, we were trying to do it all in the stream, so
Yeah.
I could see someone definitely who's like more going through it like a slower pace or like had more time in their hands. They could definitely find everything in one playthrough.
Definitely.
And those side things do actually tie into the narrative. They reveal more information because the story is like straightforward, but at the same time it does leave a lot of questions that you're gonna have questions at the end of it. 100%. It's like you'll finish the game and then you'll be looking up a theory video on what the hell happened.
What's great and what gets me with their games too, and what I love about how they tell their story is it's always at the end where most of the time it's one of those where it's not an actual, hey, this is what happened. It's always a theory. You know what I mean? Everyone always has a different view and perspective as to how or what could be going on until like, you know, more detail comes in later. But I think that's the thing about these games. Like, if you ever actually look up like a theory video for them, like most of the time I feel like you get like 3 to 6 different theories as to what's going on, and then it just comes into a community conclusion that, hey, we're choosing that this one is the best as the best theory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that they leave a lot of it up to interpretation. They give you your main story to bite off of that you can immediately at the end of the game it hits you and you're like, damn, that's what happened. But then at the end of it you're like, okay, but then what about all this other stuff? Honestly, shit like that is what keeps these games alive for so long. It's just crazy to me that this is the third time of them doing this. And it just seems like each game has just gotten progressively better. Like they just keep just knocking it out of the park every time.
It's literally like, that meme where it's like they don't miss.
Yeah, they just don't miss. Like this game literally took stuff. If you like Little Nightmares 2, this game expanded on literally everything. They even the boss battles, I guess you could say, they even like switched that up to the point where it's like they broke the formula of it being like, oh, one boss per section. They'll hit you with like a boss in the middle, like a boss on the side, like a boss between bosses. It's like they do so much in this game to follow their existing formula, but improve on it and mix it up. That honestly, as of right now, I think this might be the best. What do we call these type of games now? I guess Little Nightmare-esque games.
Little Nightmare-esque. I don't even
like how there's like Bloodborne or Soulsborne. Little nightmare games.
Yeah, I don't even know to be honest, because I don't think there's anything else that kind of like compares. Honestly, I don't think there's anything that compares like to what the studio's been doing. You know what I mean?
There's like Inside and stuff like that. Anyway, actually, we're getting off topic. But
yeah, okay, I was gonna say there's.
I would say like, yeah, I would say like this for this genre of game, or for at least their 3 games that they've made. I would say this is definitely the best one. This game feels like developers actively looked at their work and said, how can we improve on it? And then they did that. I don't really have anything bad to say for the most part. I mean, I guess if there were some negatives, at some points, like some during the bigger set pieces, the frame rate kind of dropped a little bit for me on my side.
I would get kicked out every now and then, but honestly, it could just be from having to record at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were doing a lot of shit at once, so we're not sure if that's like the game's problem or it's because we're recording, streaming, like we're both recording on both sides, we're streaming and doing a bunch of shit. But when you get kicked out of the game, literally Jose was able to rejoin in like less than a minute.
Yeah.
So it was like it wasn't anything crazy or anything serious.
You're so bad at this, bro. Let me show you how it's done, bitch.
Thank you.
I've been professionally gaming for. Oh no!
Wait, what just happened?
I lost connection to you.
Oh, I lost connection too.
Look what you did, bro.
Host as boy. Okay.
Huh?
I'm just restarting it.
Lobby
lobby code is E5C60. Probably shouldn't have put that on stream, huh?
Nobody's gonna do it quick enough. It's not like we're being freaking stream sniped. We ain't that important yet.
You're here, right? So to answer the question of why you should play this game, really, if you're into horror games, if you play Little Nightmares 1, 2, actually there's a 3 now. We haven't played that one yet, but if you play Little Nightmares 1 and 2, you're into horror games, you're into platformers, you're looking for a good co-op experience. Honestly, I think this is just a no-brainer. I think you're doing yourself a disservice if you skip this game. Honestly.
Yeah, and even though we speak very highly of the co-op experience, I did dabble in the single player for a little bit, and it's not as it's still a good experience, and it still kind of gives like that same vibe. Just having like that other player just also like creates like its own separate kind of feeling for the game. So, yeah,
Yes, we cannot stress enough. You like play this with another person. Like, give yourself that full co-op experience. Like, go make some friends.
go make some friends.